We are your home theater and AV questions answered. This is AVRant. Want your home theater or AV question answered by Tom and Rob? Send it to question@avrant.com. Welcome to AVRant. I'm Tom Andry, and I'm here with
Rob H.
Bari. Bari is setting up a theater in his 20 by 15 foot living room, which means that it is much bigger than that. He's just not telling us. He'll have more questions later, but for now he wonders about using a phantom center. It seems to him that one of the benefits of having an actual center speaker is being able to adjust the center volume independent of the rest of the system to prevent the dialogue from being drowned out by other sounds. Nope. Is there any way to achieve that? I completely and totally disagree with the words that you just said, sir. But we will get to that in a second. Is there any way to achieve the same type of independence for dialogue when there's no physical center to adjust? If your content is so poorly mixed that you need to adjust the center channel to hear, then you need to stop watching what you're watching and watch something else. Everything should be mixed just fine.
But to be fair, this is a common thing that people do and request. So it's not like
they do.
Barry's the least bit unusual on the line here.
Like we've said before, it's not because of anything other than the fact that your room is somehow messing up the sound. It is so that dialogue intelligibility problems come from rooms. They don't come from speakers or volume levels. And in fact, I would venture to say that volume levels do help in that you can hear it a little bit better, but also compound the problems as well, making the things that are making it hard to hear, that distortion, that reflections, those issues even worse, which doesn't do you any good. It's better just to fix the room. So is there a way to do that? Some receivers do have like dialogue lift and dialogue adjustments directly on them. I don't know that they would work with a phantom center, but I'm sure they would try.
Yeah, I mean, usually the dialogue lift is when you have like front height speakers and it starts putting some of the voice in there to try to actually lift the voice like vertically, which really doesn't work.
But I have seen,
yeah, there's like dialogue normalization, right? And all the Dolby signals and that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, largely the answer to this is no. Largely the answer is if you are running a phantom center, there is no way to independently turn up just the center channel portion of the phantom center. I guess no, because you don't get a trim level for the center channel if you say I don't have a center speaker. So largely the answer is no. Object-based audio might have some of this in there, because if the center channel is an object, then that's not a speaker, and if that object is individually controlled,
but you can't.
That's not a thing right now.
No, that's something to say.
Like
that's
a future
not
possibility.
I would not ever expect to see that. Honestly,
I mean, really, Tom is right. If your problem is dialogue intelligibility, that isn't because the center channel wasn't mixed loud enough. That's because something in your setup and in your room and in the positioning of things is making it so that dialogue is hard to understand, which is a very common thing, very common complaint, and normally people do go right to this. I'll just turn my center speaker up, but that just makes a louder mess. So, we would like to fix the underlying problem as opposed to try to put a ineffective Band-Aid over it.
That's right. And he says since his concern is dialogue intelligibility, he's anticipating he'll have rather poor acoustics. What is this place in his living room?
It's a living room.
Okay, so he's already anticipating having poor acoustics. Well, then you already know what you need to do. Fix it. There you go.
Well, but it's a challenge.
But if you're having a problem with intelligibility because so far you have not had speakers and you've just been using your TV, the problem is not necessarily your room yet. We can't necessarily say that because there's lots of TVs where you can't hear crap.
Yeah.
You can't understand anything that's being said through the 15 cents worth of speakers they put
that are also super skinny and firing down.
That's it. Those are always very helpful. Very helpful. You should actually lie on the ground in front of your TV and watch it. That's the best place for sound. There's a large glass coffee table in front of the seats and a large window with blinds behind the seats. At least the room is carpeted and you didn't hear a bad echo or zing when he tried a simple clap test. But with this setup, is he right to be concerned about dialogue? And is there anything to be done to prove it? Well, yeah, get rid of the glass coffee table to begin with. There you go.
I don't know if that's an option.
It might not be an option, but putting something behind, like we said before, putting something behind your head that will absorb some of that slap echo that comes off of the windows that are behind you is an option.
Yeah.
Thicker blinds, perhaps.
Well, changing them out for drapes.
Drapes.
Yeah.
Something thick and carpet-like and thick.
And pleated.
Pleated.
Many,
Lots of pleats.
many pleated.
All of the pleats. That would help.
Yes.
Any sort of room acoustic absorption panels that you can put in your room. Anyhow, you can kind of sneak them on in there. Big plush furniture. How about a chair that goes up so far that it covers the back of your head?
Yeah, that has problems of its own.
It does, but make it not leather. Nice and foamy and plush and thick and all that. Those things could help. Yeah.
Yep.
Lots of stuff.
That is mostly it. As we mentioned, the speaker positioning things as well. That'll still apply. So.
Want your question answered? Send it to question@avrant.com. This is AVRant.
Now go out and listen to something.